welcome back to Saints Row 2. Okay, so I've been wondering about something for a while, and I'm fairly certain I've been wrong about it. So it's finally time to buy this friendly fire. No, we're finally gonna do it. I'm gonna buy the McManus. So I don't know why I couldn't find this thing. My guess is either I did not remember the number correctly and checked the weapon shop earlier than 18 neighborhoods owned, or I might have checked the rifles section and not the special section, where the McManus is in this game. I could have sworn I had checked it on time though and didn't find it, but I don't know. I could very well be wrong, but either way, McManus is in my hands, finally got my rifle back, has unlimited ammo. You better believe I'm happy about that. Unfortunately, though, we're not going to be able to use it for this first mission here. So we've covered most of the mission types in the game, and I've certainly got pretty much all of the activity rewards I think are actually useful. So we're going to be covering Escort, which is the one I haven't done yet. Again, I don't think the rewards in either category are particularly amazing, but I guess I found this to be the slightly better opening cutscene, so let's park ourselves over here.
You're listening to Funk 98.4. I'm Ellie Moon. Ebony Rhythm Band said...
Well, alright then. So, who is going to be giving us this mission type?
Thanks for coming. I'm Lindsay.
You look a little nerdy to be a pimp.
I'm not a pimp. I'm a romance manager.
So what? No girl let you turn around?
That's not the point.
No girls means no work.
Look, just because I'm not working a corner like that bloated asshole Helmers doesn't mean that I don't have any girls. Look, I organize all my Johns through Meg's list. All I need is a driver to move the girls to the clients.
Why don't you do it?
Oh, I don't have my license yet.
This is a hell of an operation you're running.
Dude, shut up!
Is that any way to talk to an employee?
So you'll help?
Are you kidding me? I'm dying to see what kind of girls you're running up in this piece.
I love you.
You love me.
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 I love you.
You love me. You love me. You love me. You love me.
Do you love me too?
Oh yeah.
I love you.
Alright, well, that's it. That's Escort. I hated it. I did not like playing this one. This one was bad. I don't think I played enough of this one in Saints Row 1, because I thought it was okay in the first game. But like in the first game, I only played level 1, so it only ever asked me to drive a person around, and I was like, okay, that's fine. It did not ask me to do anything weird. Alright, so there's our activity done. Right, so, what do we want to do today? Well, we really want to put the last nails in the zombie's coffin. Mr. Sunshine's gone, but we still don't know how to deal with a general, so let's see what Shondi's got cooked up for dealing with that.
You gonna stand there or you gonna work out? I get enough cardio running from the cops. Suit yourself. I'm surprised you can run 5 minutes without coughing up a lung, let alone 5 miles. I'm full of surprises. Then surprise me and tell me how you're gonna take out the general. Well, that creep's always riding around in that limo of his, right? Yeah. So I figure the easiest way to find him is to go and tap into the traffic cameras at the police station. I don't know if easiest would be the word I'd use. Alright, so it's not the easiest way, but it's the quickest. Besides, now I get to tag along. Are you high, or do you not remember the part where I told you that I wasn't gonna babysit you? Okay, so you're gonna hack into the traffic cameras then? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's go, boss.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess Shondi's got hacking down then.
We gotta get some disguises.
Didn't think she'd be that type of person, but alright. We're learning more about Shondi and her skill set. Okay, so, assault on Precinct 31. First order of business, we have to book it to near the police station. Cause look, we gotta be disguised, and if we wanna be disguised, we have to kill someone first. Right, so on the way, I guess we can talk a little bit about the zombie. Some more. Like talking about the gangs and kind of their role in the story. So I will say, I feel like, despite being the voodoo cult, the zombie are just kind of the most, like, straightforward and, dare I say, subtle of the gangs. Which is buck wild, but like, Marrow's a very loud person. I mean, his gang's louder, but look, as serious as Marrow looks, he plays his music very loudly, and you cannot miss those tattoos. But yeah, no, just... the zombie are as violent as the other gangs, sure, but I feel like the General's kinda just the most business-minded of all of them, which again, they're the voodoo cult. How did that happen? Shogo, how did that happen? I'm blaming mostly you. Like, I could believe that the Brotherhood just emerged because they really wanted to fuck around but also own the city to do so. But like, theoretically speaking, the Ronin were supposed to be a serious gang. Anyway, yeah, sorry you had to be the repairman today, but goodbye. Hopefully nobody minds the blood on these suits.
This should be a new look for you. You look great in a jumpsuit.
You put a picture of this on your blog, I'll kill you.
You gotta learn how to take a compliment, boss.
So we tap the cameras and we're golden, right?
Just tapping into the cameras isn't enough. That's why Pierce is jacking some electronics so we can set up surveillance at the hideout.
Alright, well, I don't know how any of this works, so... y'all can figure that out. Right, so... let's just, inch our way into a parking space here. Let's just park normally. Yep, normal. This is how human beings park. There we go, right in the parking space I want. It's here, though. Okay, fine. There we go. I touched the blue circle. Are you happy now? But anyway, yeah. The Asomdi are very subtle in comparison to the other gangs, and like, they are still terrifying, but they managed to keep that on the down low. Like, even in the intro of the gang, we see Marrow punch a man presumably to death, and then of course there's that dramatization of Shogo chopping a man's head off when he's just trying to enjoy a hot dog. But the thing we see about the Somdi is just their drugs. Like,
Before we go in the station, remember to
we see DJ Veteran Child instead of anybody actually in charge there. Which, the intro also doesn't say he's a drug dealer. It's just, you know, a happy coincidence on the footage's part that it works out to show us something or somebody that's going to appear later in the game. Also, happy coincidence that they had purple jumpsuits in there.
Welcome to the Stillwater Police Department. How may I help you?
So there's something broken, right? And it's our job to fix it.
Melissa, if you act that badly, they're going to assume you're here for pornography reasons. Look, she's trying her best. Usually when she gets to the police station, she just starts blasting, but no, not here. We have a foolproof disguise. So, yeah, pretty much now we just have to get to the control room. Yes, we're just gonna waltz on in there, because we've got permission, so since all we need to do after that is let Shandi handle everything, this is gonna be kind of an easy one, really, so yeah, good plan you had there, Shandi. Everything's working out really well, so we can just go upstairs. What do you mean 4 stars? Hold on a sec, we had a reason to be here. We were invited. We signed in. Why are you firing? Okay, was it the acting? Was it the park job? Was there a metal detector we missed? I mean, look, these bulges might not be guns. Look, maybe my wrench is just shaped like a rifle. You don't know. I might need my wrench rifle for a job. I don't know, maybe Melissa's just recognizable or something. We have shot up everybody here before. Anyway, I probably shouldn't be fucking around with a rifle too much, but like, come on. Okay, Sean, do you want to do like something? Like, look, we've given up the pretense of being video repair people at this point. If I had my regular outfit on underneath this, I would just rip it off Superman style. Alright, get rid of you. Ah, jeez, people everywhere. It's like this is the police station or something. Well, I mean, once again, just like in Saints Row 1, I think we've emptied the police station of actual police. Like, Troy didn't want us to do that, but I think we kinda just did it anyway, and oh, hey! Oh, look, it's Chief Monroe. Dedication to him. Well, we don't have time to teabag that plaque, so I guess we'll just spit on it and be on our way. And who the hell shot me? Who did that? Let's see. Nobody over here, nobody hiding in the plant. Oh, there you are! How did I not notice you the first time? You've gotta be new. Hey, Shandi, can we just, like, not do anything about that alarm? Alright, authorized personnel, is this the control room? I mean, probably not, but, that's a fleur-de-lis, so I have to press Y near it. Can't not do that.
What's up, Dex?
I know you're a cop.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Come on, man. Who you think you talking to? The tactics, the police station thing, your shitty haircut? You got cop written all over you.
So, what are you gonna do?
Nothing.
What?
I'm out, Troy. I got offered a job at Ultor. I'm dropping my flags and I'm going straight. I just want to make sure that we're not gonna have a problem.
Well, that's just about the worst news we could receive here. I mean, we already knew Dex moved to Ultor, but hurts to hear out loud, you know?
How you doing, Julius?
I was doing better before I got arrested.
I wanted to talk to you about that.
I bet you do.
Listen, Julius, you've made some bad choices, but you're a good man. Let me help you out.
What do you want?
I want the Saints to be gone. Okay? Now, there's 2 ways that can happen.
You can arrest all of us.
Or you guys can quit while you're ahead. Alright, this is my investigation. I can miss a few collars.
What are you saying?
Dex is out of the game, and you're in jail. If you can convince Johnny and your number 2 to drop their flags, the Saints will fall apart, and everyone goes home happy.
You don't think this will work, do you?
You think I like arresting my friends? Convince them to quit, and I won't have to.
There's no way that player's gonna stop.
Make them understand.
Let's say I can. How do I know I'm going free?
I've already talked to the mayor. Hughes is willing to give you guys pardons.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, maybe Wiretap 3 will calm our
What
nerves.
was that?
It was the only way.
I said talk, not set off a goddamn bomb.
Relax, Troy. The Saints are finished. Don't try to find me.
Well. Huh. I mean... Yeah, that's pretty bad. We learned that, Julius was the one who set off the bomb that almost killed Melissa in the first game. And did kill the mayor. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like she's taking that too well. She just beat a man to death with an office chair. So, you know, she's a little upset. So, yeah, we finally got to this part where that actually gets revealed. The boat bomb was Julius's doing. So, alright. The ending of Saints Row 1. Apparently... Apparently that man's just got his neck broken by a chair, jeez. I'm surprised I needed the bullet for you. Alright, here's the next part of the mission. Shaundi, if you could, just hurry up. Actually, I say hurry up. This is supposed to be a protection mission, but like, we get this wave of cops and then it's kinda just nothing for a bit. I'm guessing that's either the fault of normal mode or the Steam port, I don't know. Either way though, now we get a moment to just kinda think. So, right. The ending of Saints Row 1 was supposed to be more ambiguous. Like, you had everybody kinda checking the time. It was kinda this, low, somber mood overall, but of course, eventually you explode, so initially you're supposed to question, like, oh, well, which one of them set up the bomb? One problem, though. Julius was supposed to, in the original script, be running through an alleyway, injured, after assumedly escaping custody. So if anything, he might not have been a suspect at all, just in the initial draft. But the problem is, his animation was incomplete. The devs actually mentioned that, like, he was T-posing through the alleyway. So, you know, rather than go back and add that animation of him running, because, you know, it involved motion capture, it was just cut. And instead they had Julius looking at a watch he doesn't actually have, near the boat. So that takes it from Julius is like the one person who could not possibly have betrayed Playa to it pretty much has to be him. Otherwise, what would he have been doing there? Just like, yes, it's midnight now. I'm gonna go save Playa from the boat. Wait, no. I feel like that boat's about to explode. I feel it in my bones. It wouldn't have worked out in any other way. So, you know, when I was talking about the ending, I didn't say out and out that it was Julius, because technically it's supposed to be kind of surprise, but like, yeah, if you actually watch the way it plays out, it really couldn't be anybody but Julius. So, yeah, that went from really ambiguous ending to, oh yeah, no, it's gotta be Julius. So, yeah, now we are at the repercussions of them not redoing that animation. Now, we have been betrayed by Julius because he was just kind of done with our shit. And now, Shaundi's done with this shit.
It's done. Let's go.
And you know, I will say, probably not enough people for Melissa to shoot at this moment. I think she would have wanted more. I think she wants to kill more people right here, right now. Because Julius is one of the most important people to play in the first game. And I mean, even in this game, you get a bit of that. Like, every once in a while, she gets in the fuck you say line that Julius did. And like, the way she introduces herself to the gang at large after, you know, that initial mission, when you gather the gang together, it's very reminiscent of how Julius did things. She based a lot of how she works on Julius. But of course, that's only the base, and she did grow far out of hand from what he ever could have intended, and we kind of get this part where you see clearly he realized that. So, he took it upon himself to destroy the monster he created, which even Troy was against that. So once again, I have to say, Troy managed to be the only real one other than Johnny. And he is the damn he was the cop all along. And now he's the chief of police. And he's still more chill than Dex, who works at Altor. And now we know that Julius betrayed us as well.
Alright people, here's the deal. We got a truck full of electronic shit that I don't know how to use. I want you guys to help unload the truck and set up shop here. Once we're up and running, I want someone watching these monitors 24/7. The moment someone sees that fucking limo, I want to know about it. Let's get to work. This is gonna work, right? Probably. You had me break into a police station for something that would probably work? Well, you know, I thought it would be good times. Thanks, Shandi. Anytime.
Alright, so we did it. There is one more mission remaining in the Somdi storyline. Once we figure out where that limo is, it's over for that hoe.
This is a hell of a place you got here. I mean, it's a good thing I had my tetanus shot, but beyond that, it's, cozy.
Do I know you?
Name's Dane Vogel, who works for Altor. I remember he swung by the church and offered Dex a job a while back.
You're shitting me.
Who's Dex? Dex was a man who had higher aspirations than being a thug. You can't blame him for moving on up.
He was a fucking sellout.
You call him a sellout, I call him a millionaire.
What do you want?
I want to help you.
If I need any Altor Unlimited sunglasses, I'll steal them.
So you're familiar with our products?
Fuck off, Vogel.
Do you want our help or not?
Maybe.
Yes. No.
Well, this is a well-oiled machine.
What do you got?
We've recently severed our ties with the Ronin.
Oh, you're breaking my heart.
I know where the Yakujis lay their heads. I doubt any of your lieutenants have that information.
I don't know. Shonda's fucked a lot of guys.
Gad's talking sense.
How do we know it's not a trap?
That part's easy. I'll wait for you here. If you don't make it back, one of your boys can take me out.
Yo, why don't we just cut the waiting part?
I think the waiting part is very important.
Gat, you're with me. Pierce, you're babysitting Vogel.
You sure you don't want me to take out this asshole now?
Save the bullet for Akuji.
Okay, so, finishing up thoughts, so after you listen to all 3 wiretaps, a special number will actually appear in your phone book. We're a little busy right now, so we can't actually check said number, but we'll store that away for later.
Don't worry, Johnny. The Ronin are about to have a very bad day.
Good.
Right, so, next off, Ronin time. So, I've already talked about the Ronin and how they're kind of, their theme revolves around leadership and whatnots, and, you know, before we only had Shogo as an example. And I specifically said, like, oh yeah, no, it's the Ronin because he fucking sucks. That they might as well be leaderless, but really, I do think they are called the Ronin because it's kind of evocative of, you know, leadership. I feel like that was purposeful. Obviously they have leaders, so it's not completely fitting as a name, but, I mean, also it sounds cool. So that's probably also a reason they went with that. I also referred to Akuji as, Yakuza, which, I'm mainly basing that on the fact that, Johnny Gat refers to him as the Oyabun, which, as far as I know, is supposed to be just, like, a Yakuza title, right? Like, it's a Yakuza leader, so I figured if he was originally just, like, part of some small street gang, he probably wouldn't be called an Oyabun, but I could be wrong about that. Currently, however, he is not the leader of the Yakuza. He is, in fact, the leader of all of the Ronin. The Ronin's pretty extensive, actually. It's kind of more of a worldwide crime organization. And he just happened to lead the Stillwater branch to his son, which he regrets every day of his life. So yeah, technically speaking, he could be not ex-Yakuza, but I figure if he's called an Oyabun, he probably would be some major leader. Like, if somebody was called a Don, I wouldn't just think they were some local street punks, right? I wouldn't just say, like, oh yeah, he's just some guy who runs a small operation in the laundromat over there. No, like, he's gonna be high up, so I'd just assume, okay, the mob then. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a Don. He would just be some guy down the streets. As far as leadership goes, though, Kazuo also kind of sucks. Not as much as his son, but I think he is kind of blinded by the disdain he has for his son. Like, that whole deal with him and Dane Vogel wasn't a good idea. He was trying to retain power in that conversation, which... No, Dane Vogel was trying to get you to stop attacking hospitals, which is a very bad look. It's kind of in vogue nowadays, but, you know, war crimes just sort of happen frequently. But ignoring the terrifying reality we live in, yeah, you really aren't supposed to be attacking hospitals. A lot of people frown on that. It's totally reasonable, but Kazuo saw that as an insult, and so he just completely cut off service, which, again, partnership with Ultor is a good idea in general. It just happens that it's broken even worse for him in this case because... Oh god, that's a lot of people. Because, as it turns out, yeah, Dane Vogel, a little bit vengeful when he wants to be. I mean, I would have thought he'd be kind of a spineless wimp, but, no, he's gone to the Saints, and now we're just kind of assassinating, some major figures by blowing up an entire goddamned hotel. Now, I don't think Dane actually wanted us to do this, but I don't really care what he thinks. This is the most efficient way to wipe out a gang, just blow up the whole damn hotel they're sleeping in. But, yeah, in general, Kazuo came in kind of assuming he'd just be the guy in charge. And, he probably should have been a little more cautious about who he made deals with. I imagine he's better at that most of the time, but yeah, I think it's largely just he was mad at his son, and so anybody his son partnered with he just assumed was kind of a useless idiot and didn't really want to bother associating with them unless they were going to roll over for him, and, well, turns out that didn't work out well. As it turns out, Junichi was actually the one brain cell of the Ronin. Actually, that's unfair, he had like 3. Yeah, no, as it turns out, the competent guy who was here all along knew the most about what to do here.
Yo, it been gone a long time. Maybe I should...
You really shouldn't.
It's all right, Pierce.
He led us right to him.
Get out of here, Vogel.
You've been a gracious host.
How come you went to the Ronin and not us?
You were in a coma and we couldn't find Julius. Timing is everything.
I had no idea how far my shame could extend.
Don't worry, Father. I'll fix this.
No, you won't, Shogo. You'll continue to disappoint me.
Alright, well, we're still waiting on that limousine, so... I guess the boss is just gonna putz around for a bit, and, we'll see where that takes us. Usually putzing around does give us useful information, or at the very least resistance to bullets, so... let's see what we get led to today.
In a surprising turn of events, several members of the Brotherhood are being released today. A previously thought open-shut case turned into a fierce legal battle as several high-power attorneys fought tooth and nail for their clients' freedom. Curious about the court proceedings, I spoke to Chief of Police, Troy Bradshaw.
My personal opinion on the trial doesn't really matter. They were found innocent by a jury of their peers.
So you think they were guilty?
I'm sorry, Jane. Listen, I have to get back to work. Hey, why don't you try talking to Dane Vogel?
Mr. Vogel, what's Ultor's interest in the trial?
Ultor has no interest in the trial other than to see criminals get put behind bars.
So there is no truth to the speculation that the Brotherhood's lawyers are in Ultor's pocket?
Jane, we've donated millions of dollars to the Stillwater PD as well as rebuilt the shattered community of Saints Row. I understand that everyone likes to pick on the big corporations, but this latest groundless attack on Ultor's integrity is just ridiculous.
Behind me, the men and women loading up onto these buses are being given another chance at freedom. But the question remains, are we also giving them another chance at a life of crime? I'm Jane Valderrama, Channel 6 News. Back to you, Jack.
Okay, well, I mean, Jailbait's kind of a iffy title for a mission, but whatever. So this one's just very straightforward. We find those buses, we destroy them. We kill everybody on board. Sorry to the drivers, wrong place, wrong time.
I'd like to have a curse. I think a certain Mr. Belmont would wholeheartedly agree with that assessment.
I mean, every night was a terrible night to have a curse, yeah. Nighttime just sucked ass for Simon Belmont. Right, so... yeah, we hit them fast, we hit them hard. Thank you, Nitro, for allowing me to catch up, and also to Ram. I mean, look, guy in the cop car, you can live if you just avoid me. Meanwhile, I'm going to turn around and just do the same thing, but to the front of these buses. Right, so yeah, like I said, straightforward, blow them all up. Machine gun is your best friend for this mission because it's a gun that is usable from a vehicle when you're driving, and it just does a lot of damage very fast. That's your best bet, have plenty of ammo for it, you're golden. Other than that though, yeah. So, I guess other than that, we can talk about some more story stuff. But I don't know if I really have much to say about the Brotherhood. If only because I feel like Mero's straightforward. He's been having the worst time of his life. Like, his girlfriend did something to spite us, and it hurt a lot. So now we're going to destroy his entire life. And ever since Carlos's death, the Brotherhood has just not been having a good time. This mission is a representation of what it's like to be the Brotherhood. We are hitting them fast and hard, and they are not getting a goddamn chance anymore. Anyway, if you go to the other squares, you could get a helicopter instead, which might be cooler, but this was the first marker I could find, so I'm going with boats. But instead, I want to talk about Dane Vogel, who is probably one of my favorite villains in Saints Row. If not for the fact that Saints Row 4 has a central villain and can go all in on him, Dane Vogel would be my favorite villain overall, because, like, so far we've only seen one game's worth of competition from, like, guys who are kind of in the background but are clearly doing something insidious, and that was Richard Hughes. And I've said before, I do love that we get to see him in the background, we get to, you know, hear the ads for his campaign, and then we learn that ultimately nobody was actually listening to him, and he wouldn't have won if we hadn't assassinated Winslow. But yeah, no. Dane Vogel is just way better than Hughes, honestly. Hughes works in the background, and he's okay in the forefront. Salting the Earth is an okay cutscene, I like that one. It's a good way to end the game. But really, he's mostly defined by exploding, and we did that too, so he ain't special. But no, Dane Vogel is an absolute rat, and I fucking love him. Like, he's not entirely spineless, like I said. He does have some bite to him, but, like, he does eventually cave. I mean, I guess it is entirely fair that he'd panic a little bit if he was shoved out of a window. Like, he is not a villain who could handle Mero. He just gives orders. But he absolutely has his moments.
See you.
Thanks for the heads up, Jamie. Is there something I can help you with?
They hit my boys when they were on the prison bus.
Between your girlfriend and your gang, I'd say you're a magnet for tragedy, Marrow.
You think this is fucking funny?
No, but I do think it's your problem.
My problems are your problems. Or do you need some fresh air to remind you?
No. See, my problem is that a sideshow freak is messing up my paperwork. Your problem is that there's a group of security guards with assault rifles pointed at your back.
Your security guards look more like a private army.
Call them whatever you want. The point is, they have big guns. I'm sorry you couldn't protect your friends. I really am, but Old Tor's done doing you favors. Come back here again, and I'll have you shot on sight.
Go fuck yourself, Vogel.
I've enjoyed our time together too, but I think it's time to move on. Gentlemen, could you please show our guest out? And Marrow, don't worry about your little shipment. Old Tor has already appropriated it.
What did you say?
Old Tor Security is taking control of the boat carrying your goods. It only seemed fair that we get compensated for letting your boys out of jail. You can go now.
That boat is never gonna make it to shore.
Goodbye, Marrow.
He has been non-existent for most of this game, but boy, now that we're here in the Dane Vogel zone, he's really shown a lot of character, and it's great. Alright, well, we hit all of the gangs in this episode, so we are now on Limo Watch. So I'm thinking we keep this color in our hair until the General is good and dead, and the Somdi's gone. So, right, next time on Saints Row 2. Oh, phone call, hold on a sec.
Hey, it's Shondi.
Yeah, I know you.
Me at Adam's Arcade. I gotta talk to you about the Brotherhood.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems we have something to do for the Brotherhood first, and then we'll take out the zombie for good.
Makes us stronger, but we were dead. So what we now we can survive.